Hey there, Magic players. Barry White here from MagicUntapped.com and Magic Untapped right here on YouTube. I got a chance to chat a little bit with Gavin Verhey, principal designer for Magic the Gathering, a little while back at MagicCon Las Vegas 2026, and I'm a big fan of the Oathbreaker format. It's one of my favorite ways to play the game in a casual multiplayer setting, and I was wondering, Oathbreaker's been around for a while. It's recognized by Wizards of the Coast as an official casual way to play the game. Has the company thought about maybe making some Oathbreaker pre-constructed decks and putting those out on the market? Well, I asked him about that. Here's what he had to say.
I get asked a lot of the time, have you ever heard or thought about this format? And almost always the answer is yes. Sometimes someone will tell me something that's just like, me and my friend made this. And I'm like, no, I haven't heard of that. But for the most part, I've heard of whatever you've talked about. For me especially, my ear is often low to the ground to try and figure out upcoming big formats that could be cool so we can evaluate if we want to do something more with them. I think there is room to do a lot more in that space. The thing for me that I want to solve is it needs to be different enough from what we already have. I think Dan Dan's a great example. Dan Dan is a single deck format. There's nothing else really like it in Magic. It is a very unique play style that caters to a very specific player. And I think Dan Dan serves a role, a need in Magic that didn't really exist previously. Oathbreaker we've looked at and we've talked about a decent amount, but it's so orthogonal to Commander and so similar to Commander in so many ways that it's tough to justify supporting it with Precons when Commander is right there. We already know that it's a big success. I think Oathbreaker is cool. I'm glad that it exists. I'm glad that folks enjoy it. But we haven't made any Precons for it yet. We kind of saw this a bit with Brawl. We tried making Brawl Precons to support a format that was very similar to Commander, and ultimately just didn't really work out. It was just too close to something that already existed. And it's very hard to move Commander players away from a thing that they already are enjoying. So I would be more interested in what is a format that is not serving our players currently that we would want to tackle. Could be something there in Oathbreaker, but yeah, I haven't done anything with that yet.
So unfortunately, sorry Oathbreaker fans and people who like playing the format like I do, it doesn't sound like it's something that's really something Wizards of the Coast is exploring too heavily on making, but who knows, maybe that can change in the future. You guys can always let them know. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. We also have a tip jar on Patreon if you want to support our efforts monetarily. That is greatly appreciated as always. And again, thank you for watching.